Ability Center's Core Mobility.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan, and with me today in her seated position is Allison. We're gonna get your core moving with a core mobility warm-up. So join us however you feel fit is for you. I am going to be going down to the mat. If you don't have a mat, that's okay. Get onto a soft surface like a carpet or a blanket, and you can also have the option for seated. The choice is yours. Allison, you ready to get started? She's pumped. Ready to go. All right, so I'm gonna start in a standing position and eventually go down to my mat. We're both gonna be doing knee tucks, alternating sides. You can choose on this knee tuck, bringing your knee up in towards your chest to either come underneath your knee or gently in front. Hold it for about a second or two, and then I want you to alternate over to the other side. Allison is doing the exact same thing in her seated, making sure she's up nice and tall. All right, join us in 3, 2, 1, go. So gently hold it and then release, and then we're gonna go to the other side. Another thing to keep in mind, we want to lift our toes up as well, okay? So point those toes up towards the ceiling. Good. Let's do one more on each side. Good, and gently rest. All right, place your hands on your hips, up nice and tall, feet a little bit wider than hip width, and we're gonna twist side to side, keeping your hands on your hips. And I want you to kind of bring the elbow across the body and twisting side to side. Allison's doing the same seated. Join when you're ready. Twisting side to side, feet are planted on the floor. Core is nice and tight, so don't forget to bring that belly button into your spine. Inhale in the middle, exhale as you twist, alternating sides. Let's do one more. Excellent. Keep your feet where they are. Release your hands. Raise your hands up to the ceiling as high as you feel comfortable. And then I want you to hinge forward through your hips, reaching down towards your toes. Place your hands and your legs wherever you can, rolling up and repeating in your seated. You can either have your knees bent or you can have them fully extended, heels on the floor. All right, join when you're ready. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, hinging forward, reach down as far as you feel comfortable. Hands and your legs roll up. Good. Inhale. Exhale, fold. And roll wherever your range of motion is. Just go as far as you feel comfortable. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And roll up. Good work. All right, I'm gonna head down to my mat in a sitting position. When you get down, you can either do crossing of your legs, you can have your legs forward, wherever the most is comfortable for you. So I'm gonna cross my legs up nice and tall. Alice and I are gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take one hand, doesn't matter which side, we're gonna reach up to the ceiling, over to the opposite side, and then alternate right over. You can cross in front of the chest if that feels more comfortable for you. Make sure you're up tall. 3, 2, 1, join when you're ready. Reach up, bend over. Good. Taking your time. We don't want to transition too quickly. Keep breathing. Awesome. Let's do one more reach over and rest. Good. So we're both going to place our hands on our thighs, up nice and tall. We're going to do some body circles. So this is a component that comes from the hip up to your head. Place your hands on your thighs. We're gonna round our chest to one of our hands, round it to the middle of our legs, other hand, and then round back into the center. We'll do a couple one way and then a couple the other way. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. So round, keeping your back nice and straight, creating nice big circles with our body. Let's do this last one. Bring it back into the middle, switch directions. Good, one more. Excellent, gently pause. All right, I'm now gonna flip onto my back and join wherever you need to. Remember, you can always alternate. You don't always have to stay seated. You don't always have to stay on the mat. Choose what works for you. So on my back, I'm gonna drive my shoulders right into the mat, drive my lower back into the floor. Core is nice and strong, tucking my heels into my bum. So for this one, I'm driving my hips up towards the ceiling, squeezing my butt and back down. And Allison in her seated is doing glute squeezes. So she's gonna tighten up her bum nice and tight and then gently release, sitting up nice and tall. Let's do this, go. Squeeze up or squeeze your glutes and gently release. In your seated position, make sure you are up nice and tall, hands at your side. Squeeze your butt nice and tight. This is how we get those firm butts, people. Come on, keep squeezing. Let's do 2 more. Squeeze. And last one, squeeze. Excellent. All right, hands are gonna stay at our side. We're gonna go into a heel reach, or in seated, you're going into a side reach. So I'm gonna take my hands and I'm gonna rotate to the side, trying to reach for my heel, and then bring it over to the other side. I want you to lift your head off the mat, tuck your chin, not right into your chest, just gently up towards your chest, reaching side to side. Allison's gonna be up nice and tall, doing side reaches. She can use the leg of her chair as a guideline to reach down towards the floor. Ready? And go. Reaching and reaching. And any time, you can always take a little breather and then get right back into it. If you need to support your head a little bit, you can always place your hand gently behind your head and reach side to side. Let's do 1 more on each side. Good work, awesome. All right, now what we're gonna do is I'm going to tuck my knees right into my chest. I can hug them if I would like to, so hands on front of my knees, or I can do it behind. And I'm just gonna create nice little circles, okay? Allison in her seated is just gonna gently rock side to side. So making sure she is up nice and tall and just rocking side to side to give her bum like a little bit of a massage. So hopefully your bums feel nice after this. Okay, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, and go. So create nice little circles with those hips. So in your mat position, imagine your knees are creating a circle on the ceiling. Switch directions. Nice little mini massage for your bum and your back. 3, 2, 1, and gently release. In your mat position, rocked over to one side, so you're now on your side. Push yourself up and flip over onto hands and knees. We're gonna go into cat and cow. So make sure on this one, core is nice and strong, shoulders over those wrists, hips over your knees, and we're gonna raise our back to the ceiling and dip our chest down, looking forward. Allison is performing the same kind of move in her seated position, just her hands are gonna be on her thighs, rounding her back and then arching her back, moving her hands from her hips to her knees as she goes through those motions. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Round that back and dip it down. Up nice and tall. Good, 3, 2, finish up and rest. Good work. All right, we're almost there. We've got 2 more little movements to do. So what we're gonna do is have our shoulders back over our wrists. We're gonna curl our toes on the mat, lift your knees off of the floor, and I'm gonna push my bum up to the ceiling and then push myself back in that starting position. You can lower your knees down if you need a little bit of a breather, or if you wanna lower that intensity just a little bit. So pushing your bum up and back down. Allison in her seated is going to extend both of her legs forward. She's going to walk her hands down as far as she feels comfortable, aiming for her toes, and then come right back up nice and tall. All right, 3, 2, 1, do what you can. Go. So we really want to drive those hips up towards the ceiling. In your seated, make sure you're up nice and tall and walking your hands down. Remember, you can have that little touch on the floor. You need to. Let's do 1 more. Good, and rest. All right, we got 1 more to do. This is probably my favorite move. Okay, so a little bit of a stretch on this one, but we're gonna go back into that tabletop position. We're gonna push our bum towards our heels, and we're gonna walk our hands a little bit forward. Head is coming down towards the mat, okay? Allison is going to place her hands in her thighs, and she's going to gently hinge forward through her hips, placing her chest on the tops of her thighs, and just give that body a little bit of a stretch. Okay, and just join when you're ready. You can kind of rock side to side, so I'm gently tapping each elbow on the mat. And you can kind of do the same thing in your seated, just rocking side to side. Good, make sure that core is still strong even though we're having a little bit of a stretch. 3, 2, 1, and gently release yourself back up. All right, I feel nice and mobile in my core and my back. We hope that you enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for joining Alice and I. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. See you later.
Ability Centers Core Mobility.